Now, can you hear anything? Checking on my phone. Oh, there's a couple second delay. Now, can you hear anything? Ooh. All right, Checking on my phone. We got it. Oh, there's a couple second delay. Now, can you hear anything? Ooh. All right, with my phone. We got it. All right. Happy times. Okay. So I started a stream about 10 minutes ago. Uh, Failed utterly. The stream didn't work. I can't connect my X for some reason. And now I can't connect my. Oops, shit. Don't click on things. Whatever. Okay. I'm just going to go. I know I'm live. I got it on my phone. I'm just going to rock and roll through this. All right. Earlier today, I recorded a stream and it sucked. The information was badass, but the execution sucked. So what I'm going to do is try to remedy that as best I can. So the topic is, what the heck does this email mean? So those of us on who've been in DJT, invested in Truth Social and DJT and Trump TMTG Trump Media and Technology Group for the past 3 years, we're trying not to say what the heck. Every day we're trying not to say what the heck. We're trying not to sell. And then we get this email and we're like, what the heck? So Trump Media, Crypto.com announced a strategic partnership. You could read this on your own. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So there's a mutual cooperation agreement and a purchase agreement creating a strategic partnership with Crypto.com. So now TMTG, Trump Media and Technology Group, traded under the in NASDAQ and NYSE as DJT, called Trump Media, is partnering with Crypto.com. Okay. So what they're going to, I'm not snarky at all. What they're doing is Trump Media. So what their plan is on Truth Social. And if you don't know what Truth Social is, download Truth Social. It's everybody that got kicked off. I don't want to go into it too much on this one. I want to stay focused. But everybody during the pandemic of policies in 2019, everybody that got kicked off of YouTube, well, they went to Parler. And but since Parler was using Amazon servers, Amazon killed Parler through the government. The government and Amazon and a couple other businesses just murdered Parler, which is illegal. And then all the free speech patriots had to go somewhere. So Trump created a space for people to go. So, everybody that didn't have a voice during the pandemic of policies in 2019, if you dared speak out against the government, you were kicked off YouTube. Trump gave you a spot. So that's what True Social is to people. That's what it is to me. It's a place where my videos aren't deleted for talking bad things about government democide, which is murder by government, and you could say that on Truth Social. So that's what TMTG does for some people. It gives them the ability to speak if they speak against the government, which YouTube you're not allowed to. So now that Freedom of Speech Network partnered with Crypto.com. See, I got sidetracked. So what they're going to do, I should have pulled all this up. But Crypto.com is already established. They have a digital wallet infrastructure, which we'll go all into that at some other point, what the blockchain is, what is a digital wallet, do I have to put it in my digital pocket, whatever. We'll go into all that. What right now, we're focusing on CRONOS, we're focusing on DJT, Trump Media, and we're focusing on crypto.com. And another one that's not named in this email that I know of, maybe they are, but Yorkville. So we're going to go into that because that's right here. They're calling it a strategic partnership. But what really happens is it's called the business combination. That's why I use those specific words, because it's called the business combination. Crypto.com, Yorkville Acquisitions Corporation, and TMTG come together in a business combination to do something different than what this email is talking about. But I just wanted to show you this because maybe a lot of people that are new to Truth Social, that are into crypto, not into Trump, whatever. You might not know about this whole ecosystem. Millions of people kicked off YouTube, tens of millions, didn't have a voice. 2020 to 2024. Not allowed to speak in the public marketplace, which is illegal, and against the Constitution, which is illegal. So I just wanted to share this email that we got, and it got me fired up. So this was what, 6 days ago or whatever, the 26th, 7, 8 days, whatever. And I've been searching, scouring the internets, all the Facebooks, all the just kidding, I don't do Facebook. That was a joke. All the YouTubes, even True Social, like, okay, what is he talking about? What's happening? Let's get some details. Go. There's nothing. It's crickets. On YouTube, there's tons of crypto bros doing their best talking about crypto. CRONOS is CRONOS. That's a token native to the crypto.com ecosystem. Will it go up? Will it go down? We don't know. Here it is. This is $6.42 billion deal the president is doing. That's their granularity. That's the amount of detail they go into. So I'm in there watching their live streams. I'm in their chat like, hey, what about Yali Penn? What about Yorkville and all that? And the line of credit. They're like, are you spam? Are you spamming me right now, CJ? It's like, no, I'm not. So they're good at what they do, which is very siloed. It's very vertical in one specific vertical. Anybody that knows me, I crash through verticals. I'm a sledgehammer to verticals. I'm a sledgehammer to silos. I go left, right, up, down, diagonal. I'm the Wonka Vader of information. I have so many degrees. I organize them in shapes. That's not an exaggeration. I do pyramids. I did a cross once just for fun. I organize my degrees into shapes. Which doesn't mean anything. It's just a piece of paper. But I hang them in my utility room where my laundry is. So every time I do laundry, I feel a little bit better about myself. So this is the email. It's going to get a wallet. So there's this other thing that did this already. Damus on Apple, and it's called Amethyst on Android. And they connected it to the wallet of Satoshi, and the unit. And so it's through Bitcoin, and the unit of a bit called a layer 2. We'll go into all this later. I'm just throwing all these terms at you. Get your number two pencil. Write it down. So Amethyst and Damus. You go on social media, you have likes. You're like, you thumb up something or you like something. It's not really worth anything. I mean, if you get a bunch of them, you're like, ooh, people like me. What they're talking about here is if you like a piece of media that somebody posts and you thumbs up them, you're giving them actual currency. So these likes are actual money, like hundreds, thousands of a percent of a, a currency, a fraction of a currency, but they add up. They're actual money that go into a wallet that you could buy coffee with, you could buy shoes with. So if you produce good media, you get people doing thumbs up to you or liking it or whatever it is, you're making actual money. And this has already happened. But what Trump's doing, TMTG, I don't want to say Trump because it was Trump Media Group, but he's not running it right now. He's divested because he's president. But what TMTG is doing, and DJT is the ticker, but it's not Trump. It's DJT and it's TMTG, but it's not Trump. Uh, they're doing what Damos and Amethyst did with the Satoshi, but they're doing it orders of magnitude bigger, billions and billions of dollars. So that's amazing, and they're going to go into all the monies, and so this already happened. They bought 685 million Crow, got it, which is Chronos, and Devin Nunes did a X22 report. You need to watch that. I'm going to reference that a couple times during this talk. You need to go to it. I was actually supposed to pull it up because I'm going to talk about where he called Google and Apple the overlords of TMTG, which I don't like, but he said it a couple times. But I wanted to bring that up and have it queued up, which I might. I play it on my phone. Where do I play? Oh, I play it on Rumble. I already have my Rumble. I'm streaming on Rumble, and I need Rumble to play my X22. I don't know. I don't want to open another video or another tab because I just screwed up the last dang stream I was trying to do. Okay. So that's this. Chris Marzalek, he's been doing videos going around talking about it, talking about the business combination. Oh, they do mention Yorkville. Boom. Sponsored by Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor LLC. Wait. I think that's okay. I don't think that exists. I think that's a mess up. Oh, I'm on Bing, so this is going to be straight up woke communist shit, but I never used this computer for searching shit. Okay, there's that. Okay, it's an actual thing. I haven't ran into this yet. I got to start doing a dig on this. So Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor LLC is a real entity. That might answer some of the questions I have. Oh shit! I'm not going to dig live, but right now. But if you watch my other stream, my poorly recorded stream, you'll know I had a question about Yali Pin, which isn't mentioned here. YALIPN, Yali Pin, which is a hedge fund managed by Yorkville Acquisition. Who I'm going to show. Actually, let's just jump into that. We'll come back to this, but let's jump into that. I was going to save that for later because you know. Okay, let's just jump in. Bigger. When I do bigger, it goes smaller. I don't like that. All right. So Yali Pin has 50 million bucks. If you saw my other video, you saw me talking about that. Uh, where are they going to get 5 billion as a line of credit to give to Yorkville if they only have 50 million? And that's where I speculated, an extreme speculated based on basically nothing, that Google and Apple are jumping in. So so 3.5 million, that's nothing. So I'm going to have to dig in on this. This is another source of revenue, sponsored by Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor to form a digital asset treasury company focused on the acquisition of Crow. That's a new entity that I haven't researched yet. See how it slipped through the cracks. I've been researching the hell out of this, and they are running Yali Pin, but Yali Pin only has 50 mil. How do you get that? That's 1/5 of 1/20th of the money needed. A special purpose acquisition company spec sponsored by Yorkville Acquisition. Dang it, I gotta come back to this. Okay, this just derailed me. That might be the answer to one of my questions. Where is Yali Pin getting the $5 billion for the line of credit to give to Yorkville Acquisition Corp? Where are they getting that money? This might be a clue, because I was at a standstill. You saw my other video. I jumped to Google and Apple because of what was said on the X22 video by Devin Nunes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back to that later. Guess what? I'm gonna do another video. Oh, you lucky so and so's. All right. So this is from the original. I couldn't find this posting. It's I'll find it next time for sure. So they're talking about 6.42 billion dollars, which is all of this, but 5 billion of that, let's go roughly 2/3, is a line of equity, a line of credit from an affiliate of Yorkville, Yali Penn, which Yorkville manages. But now that we saw that other thing, is it Yorkville Acquisition Corp on the NASDAQ as York? Or is it Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor, LLC? Okay, so still it stands. I don't know anything about acquisition sponsor yet, but I do know Yorkville Acquisition Corp is the SPAC, the Special Purpose Acquisition Company, formed this year, I think June 2025, for this purpose, which I'm about to say what its purpose is. And they say what its purpose is. So just let it be known right as we're 20 minutes into this video, I have not speculated yet. I will be speculating down the road, but I will let you know. I'm trying to get out exactly what's going on. And when I start to speculate, I will let you know. But that Yorkville acquisition sponsor, that's juicy. That's something I haven't seen yet. I haven't saw yet. Whatever. All right. So whatever's happening, it's going to be the first and largest publicly traded Crow treasury company. One of the biggest moments in crypto history. You know what? I just realized some people might be dipping their toes into crypto, might be dipping their toes into Truth Social, might be holding their nose coming onto Trump's network because they they don't like Trump, and but they like crypto, so they're holding their nose. And I just jumped into the deep end doing cannonballs in a hot tub, whatever. Let's talk about Chronos. I haven't been talking about Chronos that much because Chronos isn't my oh, get bigger. Why? That's stupid. Crypto isn't my strong point. I like crypto. I understand the blockchain. I work in a hospital. I think patient health information, PHI, should be on the blockchain, accessible only to you. You should have, it should be distributed, sorry, not distributed, decentralized. I got to bring that whole spiel up. There's centralized, decentralized, and then distributed. And we're not even we got to get to distributed, but we're not talking about that yet. We're just talking about decentralized, which everyone has their own ledger. Uh, if you like right now on fiat currency, the Federal Reserve note, you have to, when you want to figure out how many commas and zeros you have in your bank account, you got to call or you got to, get on the app and connect to the bank because they have the ledger. They have the answer of how many commas and zeros you have. So that's a third party. Because we trust banks are safe and secure and we trust them. So you contact the bank, they tell you how many commas and zeros, you say thank you. And when you want to spend money to the person sitting next to you, you want to buy one of their homemade Afghan crocheted blankets, you have to contact the bank. The bank has to say yes or no because of how many commas and zeros you have, contacts their other bank, and that goes to them. In crypto, I just give the person that made the blanket the money. Real easy. And it's secure and safe because, spoiler alert, banks are 0% secure and 0% safe and 0% honest. Spoiler alert. The US dollar, which is the Federal Reserve note since 1913, is not currency. It's a debt unit. More about that fun news later. I'm going to stick to the topic. Well, I guess I could do a series because that's 3 topics that are an hour long each. Okay. Right now, let's get back to Chronos. I know there's some people that might not like Trump. They're holding their nose. They're like, get to the Chronos, bro. What's happening? Where's my money? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Why don't you have a crypto graph on your screen? And why aren't you doing up and down arrows like everybody else on YouTube? Because I'm not like everybody on YouTube, brah. God, that's messing with my brain. I want to like pause the stream and just go deep dive into that now. Sponsored by. That's money. Is it sponsored to the tune of $5 billion? Oh, that little autistic scratch in the back of my head, like, ooh, dig into that. Dig into that. Totally lost my train of thought now. Oh, all I want to do is research that. Nobody's watching. That's fine. It doesn't matter if anybody's watching. All right. I guess I don't want to. Dang it. That took all the wind out of my sails because that's one of my questions. What was my other question? When? Okay. When? So I have 2 questions. One is, where the heck is Yali Penn getting that money, $5 billion? to extend a line of credit to Yorkville Corporation, because that's who's getting the money. Because Yorkville will change their, I think it's NASDAQ ticker, maybe New York Stock Exchange, maybe both, but for sure NASDAQ right now is the information I have. I think it's going to be both. Yorkville, which is trading under York right now, is going to change their ticker to MCGA in the future. It's stated in the, I really needed to find that announcement. It's the one with the lion head thing, gold, it's mostly black announcement. I can't find where that was. I swear it was Truth Social, but I can't find it. But so where's the money coming from? Going to have to put that question to rest. But when? So we got the how. We don't have the where. Where's the money coming from? That's going to be, I guess, part 2 of this. I'm going to have to look into that. And we don't have the when. So Yorkville is going to have to file with the SEC to change their ticker. And it's not just change their ticker. It's about changing their structure. Because right now they're a SPAC, a Special Purpose Acquisition Corporation. They're going to have to switch over to a digital asset treasury. I don't know if that's a technical term, but they're going to actually hold the CRONOS. MCGA is. That's the Scrooge McDuck vault. They're going to be actually holding the CRONOS. And putting it back on the blockchain. And like I said in my previously low quality video, we're going to talk about blockchain. We're going to talk about maybe more in depth in crypto, because a lot of people that talk about crypto and all that's like step 4. And everyone's like, yeah, step 4 sounds really good. You're making money on crypto and you know how to read the market. That's great. Step 4 sounds amazing. I'm over here on step 1 though, buddy. So that's what I'm attempting to do is step 1 video. Here's what's happening. So let's see if I could. Okay. Let's get some Damo. Oh, shit. Sorry. All right. Damas. Damn it. I can't remember what it's called. I got it on my phone. Okay. On Android, it's called Amethyst. On mine, it's called Damus. 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 Okay. Okay. So if you have Android, you'd be looking for Amethyst. So Damus has the little birdie ostrich maybe. It's a social media app that's peer to peer, and you have to run nodes, decentralized, and you do zaps. So instead of likes and thumbs up, you do zaps, and you do a Satoshi per zap, which is like 1/100,000th, 1/10,000,000th of a Bitcoin, something like that, a small fraction of a Bitcoin. But if you do good content, your zaps go up. Let's see. Okay, I got that. Let's see. And it's like a a hang 10 picture. That's the like, but then you could zap them. Like if they did a really good piece of art or a really good post, you zap them a Satoshi. And then but you got to connect that to the wallet, and I want to show this without showing anything. Yeah. So I connect it to my Satoshi wallet. I got 346 stats sitting in there. I could just zap that to other people. And man, I really like your post. Here's a stat or a sat, SAT, a Satoshi. It's like one. It's a percentage of a Bitcoin. Satoshi Okamoto. No, that's not right. So whatever. I try to be cool. Satoshi so and so that invented Bitcoin, but we don't know who he is. Um, but yeah, so what TMTG is doing is like this, but orders of magnitude bigger. Let's see if it says more. Download notebook, note deck, get note deck. I don't know what note deck is about. Let's see what's it about. Damus Android. That used to be called Amethyst. Contribute negative purple. I don't know. Explain. Give me an explain. Oh, here's explain. All right, so Noster. I'm betting that's. So I'm guessing crypto.com has their own ecosystem, and Damos is built on the Nostr ecosystem. Maybe it's a blockchain. I got to look into that. Anybody, nobody's watching, but if somebody was watching, you would be able to explain it in the chat to me. So it's a social network protocol. This is close to what TMTG, DJT, and True Social, Crypto.com, Yorkville are trying to do. So you could zap. Oh yeah, it's right there. You zap a piece of media you like, a post that you like, and it's actual money that goes to their wallet. So you're incentivized to make really good media and not like it'll get rid of bots because you won't want to make crappy bot media. You'll make really good, thoughtful, honest media. Maybe honest. Maybe people want to promote lies. If they want to promote lies, they could pay for lies. I'm not going to pay for lies. I'm going to pay for honesty and truth. So that's who I would sat or zap. So True Social is going to do something like that. Instead of likes or hearts, or they have hearts right now. Heart, you don't hurt your own post. I don't want to hurt my own post right now. I heart my own post. So besides that, you'd get a zap or a something, and a gym, or whatever, and that'd be a percentage of a Chronos, and that would go directly to a wallet and you just save them up or you'd spend them. They're saying like, you could get your Truth Plus streaming subscription. You could pay for that with your hearts or whatever they're going to call it, your zaps on Damos. So it's real money. It's incentivizing higher quality posts. It's incentivizing higher quality media because you could produce woke bullshit, but nobody's going to pay for it. So you don't get any sats, you don't get any hearts, you don't get any whatever because nobody wants it. Like mine, I might be right in the middle somewhere. Like it's true, but it's not that great. So maybe I'll get some. What did Mitch Hedberg say? Started a band and found out that people either really like us or they really hate us or they like us a little bit. Yorkville. And this is what's messed up. No. How do I do it? Yorkville. Home. I do it on my phone. Group. Nope, not groups. Search. Yorkville. Hashtag Yorkville. What the heck? I see I had a second tab open and I'm like, I'm not going to need two tabs. I goofed it up. So I don't need at Yorkville. I need hashtag Yorkville. Oh, I said hashtag. I say pound sign. Topics. There we go. Search. So there's been 9. There's a spike in Yorkville mentions on Truth Social. There's 9 of them. Recent truths. All of them are mine. Oh, that's on there. You watching this? Nobody hearted me. I'm man, I really need to start making quality media. DJT, Chronos, Crow, Yorkville, MCGA, make Chronos great again. We got to get into that. Maybe I'm just not saying anything. Did I say anything? Okay. What do I need to cover? I watched that video I did earlier. I watched it like 4 times today at work. And I think it's okay. Like it's shitty quality. The sun was coming through, blah blah blah. But it's okay. And it kind of made me kind of it scratched the itch in my head, except for this. That's the new itch. And as to the when will Yorkville file with the SEC to restructure from a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company, to a digital asset treasury? When will Yorkville become MCGA? Because those of you that don't know, and actually I don't know if I remember correctly, but before DJT, the the ticker on the stock exchange, DJT, which anybody who bought DJT when it came out, mentioning it gives you PTSD immediately. Don't sell yet. But before then, what was it called? I think it was TMTG. They switched the ticker over, so they're going to do that again. And but Yorkville, let's just go into the data I have. Yorkville was created this year in June or so to become something. It was created for the purpose to become something else. Oh, yeah, I don't know much about that yet. There's a couple other names in there I got to look up. I didn't look that up yet. So according to the agreement they did, and I can't, if I show you that, or when I find that, I'll show you that. But it's the official thing that says everything, and that's where I started grabbing out information to do my research. So I have to go back to that document to show you that. So it plans Yorkville Acquisition Corporation plans fuck you. I told it dark. Oh, I made some money. What? It was way down earlier, but I thought I jumped in earlier. See, that's not okay. Well, I need to talk about this because that's not it. So Yorkville Acquisition Corp. And I'm sorry, it's white. I'm apologizing for it being white. Themes. No. Dark. Always dark. God dang it. Okay, this screwed me up earlier. See this York U ticker? YORKU. So they split those up. I looked it up earlier. I can't remember exactly. It's the warrants and something else. 1/3 warrants, 1/3, 2/3 Class A stock combined together is York U. They split that up into York, YORK, which is a Class A stock, and York W, which is the warrants. So that's not the real price. And that's not what I'm looking for. York. So the NASDAQ only shows York U, but that says that. And that's not my price. I'm down at 1065. Yeah, I bought in. I bought in too early. That's fine. So this is might have to be another video. What are all these York things? Because we're here too. York Acquisition Sponsor LLC, limited liability. That's a whole other thing. So you have Yorkville Acquisition Sponsor, Yorkville Acquisition Corp on the NASDAQ as York, which we're here, but that's not what I bought. I bought Yorkville Acquisition Corporation York Class A, which is the warrants are taken off of this. I need some helps on this, but whatever. I'm staying in my positions, not financial advice. I'm staying in my positions. Why don't you get dark? I'm staying in my positions. Blah blah blah. That's Yorkville has a bunch of shit going on, which makes sense because that's where the Chronos is going. Billions of dollars of Chronos is going to Yorkville. So we got to figure that out. It's going to change his name. I guess what I'm worried about under in the business agreement, Yorkville has to announce when it files with the SEC to Security and Exchange Commission with the SEC to change its structure and change its ticker to MCGA. It has to announce that's required. It per the business. I don't know legally, but per the business combination, it's required. So, and there's the. I had it in my last video. It's basically the only thing I looked at. Ooh, that's us. That's all I had. I don't know how to do overlays and make, uh, make my eyes popping out, crying or whatever. I don't know how to do that. But that's the picture I put up there. What was I looking for? Ticker change, go signal. Looking for the name. This. The Trump Media Group Crow Strategy Incorporated will be the Treasury holding the Crow. And I'll show you the source documents where I got all this from. This is me just posting my research. And never ever take anybody's word for anything. Always go to the source documents and interview the people themselves. But for this video, for this initial video, which I think I should do a series, maybe. So this will be the Treasury. It will be traded on NASDAQ under MCGA per my source documents, which they're posted everywhere. I'll find it. I just lost where it was. I posted too much stuff. Yorkville will file with the SEC. Now we got to define Yorkville because there's so many of them to change his ticker to MCGA. Because I bought into Yorkville Class A stock. Is that the Treasury? Is that, or is it the support? The Yorkville acquisition sponsor? Is that going to be the Treasury? Because I'm trying to get a jump on the timeline. That's the whole purpose of know something before somebody else does, so you can make a little coin. That's the point, right? But I can't figure out Yorkville, and I can't figure out the hedge fund that Yorkville sponsors, which is Yali Penn, where the $5 billion is coming from. Business combination with Yorkville. Okay. Trump Media Group Crow Strategy. This thing, which is the Treasury, has entered into a definitive agreement for a business combination with Yorkville Acquisition Corp, traded under York, which is a SPAC, sponsored by this, but entered into the definitive agreement with Yorkville, not this. They entered into the agreement with this, with York. The Treasury, Trump Media Crow Strategy Incorporated, which is the Treasury, entered into a definitive agreement with Yorkville Acquisition Corp, traded under NASDAQ as York. Well, we saw that was York U, but they split the U off. So they split, it was warrants and Class A stocks. So they split the warrants off and kept the Class A stock. So that's York. And then the warrants are York W. Okay, so I still think it's going to be Yorkville Acquisition Corp is the Treasury. Okay. So, okay. I'm trying to converge a couple different thoughts. Maybe I lost everybody. Maybe this is boring. I didn't expect it to go this way. I was gonna be concise and just, clap talk like AOC. This is what I'm going to do. I was trying to be like AOC and I failed. I'm sorry. But here's the point I need to get to. Trump Media Group, CRO Strategy Incorporated, which entered a definitive agreement for the business combination with Yorkville Acquisition Corp, will be the Treasury. Yorkville Acquisition Corp will file with the SEC to change its ticker to MCGA, make CRONOS great again. Trump Media Group Crow Strategy will trade under MCGA as well. So Trump Media Group Crow Strategy is Yorkville. Right? I bet money on it. Like I literally bet money on it. I invested in it. I'm down a little bit of money now because it's ticking, but that goes back to the win. Win will, they're leaking money right now until they file with the SEC. Let me cut this here. We're at about almost an hour. It didn't go at all what I wanted it to go like. I wanted to be clear and concise. I rambled and meandered. I weaved. I think I successfully weaved, which is good. But let me cut it here and recalibrate, and I'll probably jump on to do another one. I need vengeance. This I was excited all day at work after I cut that first video because it was, light back. I was backlit because of the sun coming in. My audio was shitty. Maybe my audio is still shitty, but I don't think it is. And I was just so pumped to get to this point, and it didn't go anything like I wanted it to. And I'm not saying good or bad, but I guess I'm understanding exactly how much I don't know about this and how much information. There's actually not a lot of information out. It seems like a lot, but the only information I'm finding is the stuff I'm posting. And that's after about a week of digging, which a week's not a lot if you're an autistic. But still, let me cut it here, and I'm gonna probably jump on back again later on. Just I gotta get my head straight. This right here. Who the shit is that? Who the shit is that? They're throwing the money in at it. Is that the 5 billion? Is that the line of credit? I got some dang questions. But thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm going to cut this one right here, and I'll be back trying to figure out what's going on with this. I already got my money invested. I bought Chronos, I bought Yorkville, and what else did I buy? Oh, another one that's not related. Faraday Futures. That has nothing to do with anything right here, but they're a concept electrical vehicle company that's switching over to doing what crypto.com and TMTG are doing. It's called the infinite money glitch. It's called the micro strategy Michael Saylor flywheel. They're extracting wealth from the Federal Reserve while building a parallel economy. It's cool. Look up all the terms I used tonight, find them yourself, look them up, understand them, digest them, get some wisdom, turn knowledge into understanding, turn understanding through your experience into wisdom. And then hit me up in the chats. Find out. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what's going on. Hit me with some information. I need that shit. All right, folks. I'm going to cut it out for right now. I'll be right back probably. Have a good night.